It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We are at United Center in the Windy City. Tonight, the Chicago Bulls taking on the Boston Celtics. The opening tip to the Bulls, and we're underway at United Center. Markkanen to Chris Dunn.
Ed, I'm going to gloat about my old team here for a second. Did you know the Bulls are the only NBA franchise to win multiple championships and never lose an NBA Finals series in their history?
6-0 right now. It helped to have a guy named MJ. But, Jay, think about this. If he's not gone those 2 seasons, maybe it's 8 straight finals wins. Count the basket at the rim.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Dunn shot, that misses. Into the front court, it's Walker. Lead is 2. To Marcus Smart. Here comes the screen. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Dunn to Markkanen. Missed it. How'd that not go down? Celtics have it. Here comes the screen. Surveys the floor. Shot won't go. Markkanen to Porter. Walker into the front court. Leads a bucket. Short jumper won't fall. To Markkanen. Here comes the screen. Levine to Wendell Carter. 5 to shoot. Going to launch beyond the arc. Wendell Carter at the line. And hits the first free throw. Second free throw off the mark. Still one to come. Can't take advantage. 1 for 3 at the line. To Walker. And look out.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Bulls with it. Dunn to Wendell Carter. The drive right to the basket. Dunn to Markkanen. For 3. His first effort off the mark. To Kemba Walker. Hayward. That's how you defend.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Nothing going here on that drive. From the outside, no good. Across the timeline, it's Walker. Shot clock turned off as they get a chance to build their lead. Another follow, no good. Levine. It's Boston with the rebound. Deep three at the buzzer, and a three-pointer at the buzzer for good measure. What a finish to the opening period. A great stretch here to start the game. We're through one with the visiting Celtics out on top. Jay and I back with more after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Good start to this one. After one quarter play, on to the second period. Jay, neither team was able to get control to start this one.
Yeah, both teams have came out. They played with great energy, and they've also done an excellent job of establishing their own tempo. They have to make sure they have to push through that and do more of that in the second quarter.
And the basket good at the rim.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Porter to Chris Dunn. To Markkanen. Can't connect.
And this happens all the time in this league. Sometimes offensively, you're tired. It's one of those type of nights. You combine that with the fact that the defense is hungry and active and contesting everything, that's why shots aren't dropping.
Here's a chance from long range. That's good D. Shot no good.
Oftentimes, one of the ways to negate one of the best shooters in the game is to make him work off the ball. By making him work, you're taking his legs away from that shot.
To Zach Levine. Nothing going here on that drive. Add 2 points to the board.
And whether you're moving north or south or east or west, you got to be able to keep pace with the ball carrier and most importantly, stay in his chest. That's on the defender. It's way too early to be fatigued.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
When I think about Kemba Walker, I think about a self-made elite PG. He's a little guy that thrives amongst the NBA giants, and he's fearless. Let me tell you about how fearless he is. Even Alvin Gentry said he's probably the biggest competitor he's ever seen. You could put him right up there with the likes of Kobe Bryant from a competitive standpoint. That goes to show you that Walker will do anything and everything to beat you every possession.
Shot clock winding down, and he's going to the free throw line.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
Misses the first. No good. Missed them both. To Markkanen. Driving right to the basket. Drive to the basket, but the shot won't go. A bad pass, and the Bulls have it. To Chris Dunn. Porter to Markkanen. Zach Levine. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
From the painted area, won't go down. Pulls with the rock. Done. To Markkanen. Jason Tatum able to recover with the block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Hayward. To Walker. Shot from the lane won't go. Levine to Chris Dunn. Nice pass to set things up.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Count the bucket for two. Long heave from three-quarters court. That'll do it for the first half with the Celtics in front.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The Celtics entered the locker room at halftime with a significant lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Boston Celtics. The Bulls may be in the building, but they did not show up for this game. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they've got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Chicago Bulls.
Game track. Field goals.
The Chicago Bulls definitely wouldn't mind having their opponent's field goal percentage. Unlike them, it's been 4 shots and poor effort. It was not a great half. The shooting was certainly worst in the opening quarter.
Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this, except that he fits the title of this segment? He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
To Hayward. Lauri Markkanen knocked it away.
Oh! Some fans should take that ball home as a gift.
That's a souvenir. Gets a look, can't hit. Marking it to Wendell Carter. Goes to the right side. Zach LaVine, now 3 for 9.
A two-time dunk champion, I love watching Zach LaVine play. But you can't become obsessed with just attacking the rim. You have to continue to expand your game and really give Chicago that lead guard that they haven't had since D. Rose.
Nothing going here on that drive. Porter grabs the board. To LaVine. Markkanen gets it in the right corner. To Chris Dunn. The pass set it all up.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Walker with the basketball. 2-point advantage. Easy pad to the rim.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Dunn to Porter. To Chris Dunn. Trying to cash in. Wide open look, won't go. Into the front court, it's Walker. Leads 4. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Can't convert the free throw. The drive, right to the basket. And they call the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
No, no, no. I'll tell you, the team that makes the little mistakes, like committing unnecessary reach-in fouls like that, will be the team that ends up with the L.
Chris Dunn at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 69% at the line. Off the mark on the first free throw. Missed the second as well. To Hayward. Great pass to set it up. And strokes it.
Ed, did you see what this pass just did? Now it encourages his teammates to move with more sense of urgency because they understand that next time down the court, they might be on the receiving end of that pass.
A drive to the basket, but it somehow stays out. Knocks it down off the step back.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Dunn to Porter. Has a chance and scores on the step back.
Oh, he buckled his knees so bad, it didn't matter if he scored or not. That's a win for the internet.
Ball's controlled by Boston. Here comes the screen. Walker to Hayward.
Defensive foul to number 22, Otto Porter. That's his first.
Gordon Hayward, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 82%. First one, count it. And gets both to drop at the line. Dunn to Porter. Cleans it up. Otto Porter. Small sample size, but making the most of it. He's 1 for 2.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Walker. The jumper's off the mark. On the follow. Way to stay with it. Late heave to beat the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. The Celtics have the lead. The Bulls in possession as we start the fourth quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
Zach LaVine. Smothering D.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Hayward. It's Carter with the rebound. Dunn to Zach LaVine. Porter. It's good, and he's not done. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
The most important part for the offensive player is to create space. If you can create space, you can find your rhythm, and that's what we saw.
Otto Porter with a chance at a 4-point play. For his career, 78% at the line. And he misses that one free throw. Walker into the front court. Lead stands at 7. Cruises inside for 2.
And here's a next level comment for you. K-Walk is one of the rare guys in the league today that blurs the lines between the streets and the league.
To Markkanen. Has a look. And a putback slam.
When you let him get inside position like that on the glass, you can expect that every single time.
To Marcus Smart. Hayward. Gordon Hayward, that's how it's done. Not shaken for the early struggles. Maybe this is a sign of things to come.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
LaVine to Wendell Carter. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Tatum. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Shot by Dunn, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Kemba Walker, defended by the former Hoya. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Hayward to Kemba Walker. Short jumper off the mark.
If I'm the player that just missed that shot, just because you're open doesn't mean you need to shoot. You can put the ball down on the ground and drive to the rim.
Fires the three. Not that time. He misses. Trying to cash in, and he hits. Now the Bulls will take the timeout. They're down big in this fourth quarter, and a chance here to empty their bench. Dunn to Porter. Levine to Wendell Carter. Fires the three. Wendell Carter can't get that one to go. The defense all over him. Boston with the basketball. It's a victory here for the Celtics as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Celtics won this matchup with a significant margin. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Boston Celtics. The Bulls seemed to lose their edge as the game got out of hand.
And it's games like this where veteran players can be so important. They've been through these types of blowouts, and they know what it takes to keep a locker room united.
Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Chicago Bulls.
Game track. Assists.
The Boston Celtics play fantastic team basketball today. Ball movement is clearly what separated these two squads.
Player of the game.
Marcus Smart gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show.
Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.